Warning, this man may kill you.
What?
I want to watch, so be careful. No! Stop!
Yes, I am. I'll pull her out.
No!
These are the final moments of victims captured on camera before they went missing. Let's start with a homemade video that captures the moments before a 14-year-old girl went missing. On October 12th, 2011, 14-year-old Cheyenne went missing, leaving behind a note telling her parents not to worry, that she loved them, and that they shouldn't look for her because she didn't want to be found. With no other leads, officers closed the case as a missing person matter. However, in early 2013, homemade videos Cheyenne had recorded resurfaced, casting suspicion on her stepfather.
That's that creepy guy that lives downstairs. Oh, I mean, my stepdad, Terry.
You know, I'm really bored. I wonder if I got anything to do. Man. I know what I can do.
What?
I want to watch, so be careful.
Okay.
See, stop! Did I say you were in this? No, you weren't. Get away! Help! See how abusive? No, he's not abusive. No! Stop!
Yes, I am. I'll pull her out.
No!
Alright.
See what I have to go through every day? Mister, I don't need it. Stop! Whoa, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. What the you double hockey stick? What are you doing in my room?
Not your room, dumbass.
Get out of my room.
Touch me again, I'll break your fucking hands.
Warning, this man may kill you. Oh my god, yeah!
I think we should shoot you in the head.
Shut up.
Screw up.
No.
Detectives brought Abbas in for questioning. After lengthy and intense interrogations, detectives finally broke him down, and he confessed.
You got your man. Hey, you got Tyrion's. Cheyenne is not what it should start. Before I knew it, I was standing over her body. Last time I remember, my head was over her neck for some reason. Just over her neck and doing what? Squeezing, I guess. But my life is over. It's been over for a long time. I just haven't faced reality. We'll work through all that.
Abbas confessed to sexually assaulting his stepdaughter, Cheyenne, for years. When she threatened to tell her mother, he lured her outside at night, strangled her, and buried her in a 5-foot grave he dug less than 100 yards from their home, where police later found her remains. He also admitted tricking Cheyenne into writing the farewell note discovered after her disappearance, claiming he told her to write it as a prank on her mother, but kept it to mislead investigators. Abbas was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Next up, a chilling call recording captured the final moments before a woman who had accepted a free ride from a stranger went missing.
Yo, where are we going? You better not take me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez.
This was the last time anyone ever heard from 20-year-old Amber Tuckerow. On August 18th, 2010, Amber, who had traveled to Edmonton, Canada for a short vacation with a friend and her 14-month-old son, accepted a ride from an unknown man. When she didn't return that night, her friend reported her missing. For 2 years, there were no leads until a chilling phone call recording of Amber's voice, captured in the stranger's car, was recovered and released by police.
Where are we by?
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
We're heading north of Beaumont. Yo, where are we going? No, this is a... Are you f***ing kidding me? You better not take me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we?
We're going.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Then where the f*** are these roads going to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yo, where are we going?
50th Street.
50th Street. East, right? Over town. Bravo.
The man lied to Amber, claiming he was taking her to Edmonton, but drove her to rural Leduc County just 4 days after police released the phone conversation. Horseback riders discovered Amber's remains in a bush in Leduc County. She was positively identified through dental records. To this day, the man from the call has never been identified, and the circumstances surrounding Amber's death remain a mystery. Next, street CCTV captured the moments before a nursing student went missing on campus, later revealed to have been murdered by an undocumented immigrant.
Okay, let's step up here. I don't want to tell you.
Jose Ibarra, and he went hunting for females on the University of Georgia's campus.
On February 22, 2024, 22-year-old nursing student Laken Riley from Augusta University, Georgia, went for a morning run but hadn't returned after 3 hours. Unusual, since she always came back early. Concerned, her 3 roommates searched her running route using Riley's phone location. They soon found one of her AirPods and signs of a struggle at the spot, prompting them to call the police immediately.
Hi, we're calling because our roommate went out for a run at 9. She usually runs like through Lake Herrick behind grad housing, and we haven't heard from her. And we all just got like service back, so we don't think it has anything to do with the outage. We went to go look to where her last location was, and all we found was an AirPod.
Okay, have you tried calling her since she just got service back?
Her family doesn't have AT&T, so the one with the power outage, so they've had service the whole time, and her calls have been ringing through. We're just not getting answers.
And what's your friend's name?
Her name's Laken Riley.
This prompted a deployment of UGA police officers who, upon checking Riley's phone data, discovered it had made an emergency SOS to 911, during which disturbing sounds of a struggle could be heard in the background.
Hello, this is Clark County 911. Hello, Clark County 911. Can anyone hear me? Clark County 911.
Yo Tango.
With evidence of Riley being attacked all but confirmed, officers used her iPhone location to set up a perimeter and search the area where her phone had last pinged. Sadly, when they found her, what everyone feared had already happened.
To the university, I found it. Ma'am. Oh! I need EMS immediately to the location where the phone pinged.
Police found Riley's body, but all life-saving efforts were unsuccessful. An autopsy later revealed she died from multiple blunt force injuries to the head, brain bleeding, and asphyxiation. With her body recovered, the next step was to break the devastating news to her mother, younger sister, and roommates, who had been anxiously awaiting updates.
Okay, let's step over here. Come on, let's go. Come here, all right? It's not good. I don't want to tell you yes or no because I don't have names. I don't know who anybody is. This is a pretty serious incident.
Given the brutality of the crime, officers left no stone unturned in the hunt for the killer. They reviewed CCTV footage along Riley's running route and discovered 2 bloodied stones used as a weapon and evidence that she'd been dragged from the trail into nearby bushes, where she was likely killed after resisting an attempted rape. CCTV later captured a hooded man in a hat disposing of clothing, gloves, and hair in a dumpster, all of which tested positive for Riley's DNA and blood. By piecing together several surveillance clips, officers eventually tracked the suspect to his home, just 1 mile from where Riley's body was found. The suspect was identified as 26-year-old Jose Ibarra, an undocumented immigrant with ties to a local Venezuelan gang, a criminal record, and several outstanding warrants. Officers noted unexplained scratches covering his body and found photos on his phone showing him wearing the same hat and clothes from the day of the murder. Most damningly, his DNA matched samples from the crime scene and Riley's body, while Riley's DNA was also found under his scratches. CCTV also captured him trying to break into another woman's home that morning, suggesting he had been hunting for victims. Jose Ibarra was charged and convicted of malice murder, felony murder, kidnapping with bodily injury, aggravated assault with intent to rape, aggravated battery, hindering an emergency telephone call, concealing the death of another, and peeping Tom.
Count 1, malice murder. I find the defendant guilty.
He was given the life sentence. Next is a terrifying moment captured on camera involving an attempted kidnapping. On Sunday, June 29th, a male suspect committed a robbery inside a local business. He then forcibly removed a female employee from the store and dragged her outside. The woman managed to escape and caught the attention of a nearby citizen, who quickly came to her aid and called the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Well, how is he attacking her? Talk to me.
He's trying to put her in the car.
The suspect abandoned the kidnapping attempt and fled the scene. Officers later spotted the suspect driving recklessly. After a high-speed pursuit, he was taken into custody. The suspect, 31-year-old Tundi Dor, now faces charges of kidnapping, robbery, and grand theft auto. Next up, police body cam captures moments before a girl went missing.
Gabby, Brian, okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
On August 12th, 2021, Moab police in Utah responded to a domestic violence call involving 22-year-old Gabrielle Petito and her fiancé, 23-year-old Brian Laundrie, who were on a 4-month travel vlog across the U.S. Witnesses had reported that both parties had been hitting each other.
What's your guys' names?
Gabby.
I'm Brian. Gabby, Brian, okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues. And I just quit my job to travel across the country, and I'm trying to start a blog. I just have a blog and stuff, so I've been building my website, so I've just been really stressed.
When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? What were you?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me something.
Tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes.
You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away. I'm not going to pursue anything. She's my fiance. I love her.
There were visible marks on both of their hands, but neither Gabrielle nor Brian wanted to press charges.
Especially you're 22, right? Why don't choosing not to cite you today.
The officer chose not to arrest or charge either of them and instead separated the couple for the night. Laundrie was taken to a nearby motel while Gabby stayed with the van. The couple reunited the next day and continued their trip until August 27th when Gabby vanished. On September 1st, Brian Laundrie quietly returned home alone to his parents' house in Florida. 2 days earlier, he had called his parents and told them Gabby is gone, adding that he would need a lawyer. Rather than alert authorities, his parents concealed this information. It wasn't until September 11th that Gabby's mother filed a missing person report. Unable to reach her daughter for over a week, Brian became the prime suspect but refused to cooperate, exercising his right to remain silent. Shockingly, Brian and his family then went on a camping trip, fully aware that Gabby was no more, while ignoring repeated pleas from Gabby's parents, who were desperate for answers.
Whatever you can do to make sure my daughter comes home, I'm asking for that help.
Our lives are falling apart. We believe you know the location of where Brian left Gabby. We beg you to tell us.
Police even pleaded with Laundrie's parents for any information their son might have shared, but they refused, keeping him inside their home and shielding him from investigators. Investigators then intensified their search, and on September 19th, Gabby's remains were found in Bridger-Teton National Forest. An autopsy determined she died weeks earlier from blunt force injuries to the head and neck and from manual strangulation. By the time of this discovery, Laundrie's parents had reported their son missing 2 days earlier, deepening police suspicion they were shielding him. However, this wasn't the case. On October 20th, police found Brian Laundrie's decomposed body at Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park in Florida. He had offed himself shortly after fleeing home. A handwritten confession to killing Gabby was found in a notebook on him. With Brian dead and prosecutors unable to charge his parents, Gabby's family filed a civil lawsuit alleging the Laundries withheld critical information. Under legal pressure, Brian's parents admitted that on August 29th, he had called them to say Gabby is gone and that he needed a lawyer. To settle the lawsuit, they agreed to pay $3 million. In the next case, this mother of two recorded a video naming her husband as the suspect before she went missing.
This is me, covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented.
I do not know where she's at. Okay. What do you think has happened to her? Have I told you that you're a suspect? Well, it's felt like that a few times.
On December 7th, 2009, 28-year-old Susan Powell's relatives reported her missing, along with her husband Joshua and their 2 children. Officers broke in to search for them, but found no one. That same evening, Joshua returned alone with the children, claiming he had left Susan at home while he took the kids camping in the middle of a snowstorm, a story that raised red flags. Police found Susan's blood in the house, learned Joshua, who had declared bankruptcy with over $200,000 in debt 2 years prior, had emptied her retirement accounts, and discovered a letter and homemade video Susan had left at work, warning, "If I die, it may not be an accident," directly implicating her husband.
This is me, July 29th, 2008. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. Covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented. Hope everything works out and we're all happy and live happily ever after as much as that's possible. Charlie, say hi. This is all stuff bought in a year or less through Home Depot on my credit. Josh bought a lot of stuff and then he had to bankrupt it. And then he bought a little bit more on my credit. And I had necklaces too. I don't know where those are. I just got in a rage, as you can see, and broke this. There's studs and pearls and opals in there. Broke this and threw all my DVDs and made a mess. Because he was angry at me about a year or two back.
Joshua then got into even deeper trouble when a coworker came forward and testified that Joshua often talked about how to hide a body, prompting officers to bring him in for questioning.
I do not know where she's at. Okay. What do you think has happened to her? I need you to tell me what you think has happened to her.
I don't think she would leave on her own.
Have I told you that you're a suspect?
Well, it's felt like that a few times.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. One of our detectives just interviewed your children. And
And your children are telling our detectives that Mom went with you guys last night. And then she didn't come back.
She did not go with us.
You could leave anytime anyways.
Yeah. I mean, let me think about it for a couple days and...
Your wife is missing, Josh.
Yeah, but I've already...
And you want to think about it for a couple of days?
I've already answered everything. I told you I would answer everything.
The interview only made Joshua appear more suspicious, but with insufficient evidence, he was released. Joshua quickly left the state with the kids, prompting Susan's parents to fight for and win custody, arguing the children weren't safe with a murder suspect. On February 5th, 2012, 3 years after Susan's disappearance, a social worker brought the children to Joshua for a supervised visit. Joshua dragged the kids inside, locked the door, and then set the home on fire, offing himself and both children. Susan's parents sued the state DSHS for negligence and won $98 million settlement. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and watch this one.